for Fenix, as he is doing a lot more tank-oriented play.
Fenix, and on Lost Temple, we talked about it before when we saw him in the quarterfinals. He's got such a smart mind. The strategical positions he gets himself into in every game we've seen so far has been fantastic. He really abuses the maps in his advantage to really take down his opponents in every game he's played. Let's accept this invite into the game.
All right, fantastic. It looks like Fenix, again, is doing another brief warm-up. Now, a lot of people love to give Fenix, tease him a little bit. There's actually a very famous story of at the Intel Extreme Masters tournament in New York City. His match was the next one up on the main stage. In the commentary booth, I was here and Gunrun was to my left, and then to the right, all the players were up on the main stage. And we were basically doing exactly what you and I are doing right now. One of those, all right, they're just sorting out the maps. All right, let's get ready. And I look up, and Fenix is playing a ladder game. He just started a ladder game. I'm like, all right, we're just sorting the maps out, and he's in a ladder game. I'm like shaking his leg because he's like within reaching distance of me. Finally, it looks like, is Fenix actually playing a game? We're going to have to try to
apparently
convince
in chat,
Fenix.
Mana's like, Fenix is in the game, he's just playing. Like, would you like to leave? There's a semi-final you need to play in.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's not important for you to get 3 extra points. There's 100,000 kroners on the line.
He actually isn't a custom at the moment, so we need to get him out of there. He's afraid of Mana, surely.
All right, I'm going to try to get a hold of the tournament admins to get that guy into the game. But, as much as I like to bash on Fenix, because, of course, not only does he not speak English, so he doesn't even know, but also he's back there in the commentary or in the players area. I mean, he still is the sort of guy who really says, no, you know what? I'm playing this tournament for the win. I'm not playing it to just, try to look cool or anything like that. He really wants to make certain that he will take the time to warm up before these games.
Well, he'd be pretty annoyed if he didn't do so well in this tournament, flying all this way from South America. It's quite a long way to come to Sweden here to compete in this Steel Series tournament. I mean, I'd be pretty upset traveling that far and to get knocked out quite soon. So he's going to make sure everything is ready. All his settings are fine. Obviously, that's very key. We saw that when we played on stage, actually. He wanted to take time then. Not that he was playing in a ladder game, but he had to make sure the sound was correct. All his hotkeys were correct. And every little thing like that matters when you're playing in such a large tournament like this.
Yeah, so I mean, while we're waiting for this, I want to talk about some of the awesomer games that happened in the past. And just for the record, if any of you missed any of the games, 100% of them have been uploaded to my archives at day9tv.blip.tv or facebook.com/day9tv. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/day9tv. Yeah, just type that in on the internet and you'll find me. But I really think that there are some pretty stunning examples of just cool meshes of style, as you said. In my eyes, Adele Scott versus OGS Top today. On Scrap Station, the Warp Prism Harass was just marvelous to watch. Are there any games that you really liked in the past days?
One of Fenix's games, the game I enjoyed the most was definitely the one against the Muslim, because it was extremely close on Shakira's Plateau. The way that Fenix had such a large advantage, he kept dropping the Muslim in multiple locations with tank drops, with the marine drops, really suffocating the Muslim's economy. And then all of a sudden, the Muslim comes through and just goes straight through the middle of all this harassment and takes down the core of Fenix's main. And it was such an exciting game, really edge of seat game.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's where Fenix's strong point is that he does so much harassment, then he transitions into the 2-factory in Terran versus Terran. Generally has like 3 barracks, 2 factories, so he can do tons of harassment with the Marines and Marauders, but anytime you want to try to counterattack him, he has 50 siege tanks, and he just seems to keep expanding. I think the Muslim brought 40 SCVs into that attack, because after all was said and done, it was something like 72 workers for Fenix versus 30 for the Muslim, but the Muslim still had the bigger army.
He had the bigger army.
Such a great game.
And Fenix also managing, this is going to be a Terran versus Protoss game. Fenix taking out Liquid Tyler in the last games we casted earlier today. That's obviously a huge game. And that means his Terran versus Protoss is not bad at all. Taking out Tyler. Tyler probably one of the best, if not the best Protoss outside of Korea. And then Mana obviously going to he's got some big shoes to step into going into Liquid Tyler's shoes.
And Fenix is honestly the kind of player that you're unbelievably uncomfortable playing against, because if you're playing against someone like Idra likes little tiny advantages so that when the eventual confrontation occurs, he just has a little bit more and wins. Pure, simple, clean, nice, easy. However, the way Fenix plays, it feels like you're losing the whole time until you win. like in that game against Tyler, he won the entire game due to one little tactical abuse, having the Banshee hit the back, clustering the probes together, and then killing 30 workers with 2 Hellions.
That's what Mana has to be careful about. I'm pretty sure when he wasn't playing, he's been observing other players play, and he probably has quite a good grasp of how Fenix likes to play with this aggressive style. You said before we even cast any games with Fenix that he has this harassment-based style. Banshees, Blue Flame Hellions, and I'm sure Mana is going to be prepared for this, and he has to get the robo up early just in case of any cloaked Banshees, which could lose him the game quite easily.
And we do got to give a lot of credit to Mana in this series, because really, Mana's style is the exact type of play that you need to combat someone like Fenix. The way Mana plays is to be so incredibly stable, so calm, and getting the timing of each attack just right against Sake on Shakrust Plateau. Greatest example. Fenix is everywhere, 4 Warp Gate pressuring at the front, and then with one big push, he was able to win a decisive game.
And he stayed calm throughout the entire series. Even we saw all them cannons being built in that, he stayed so calm and collected and took the game down easily.
With his counter cannon rush. Another memorable game. Well, it looks like the players are ready. We're starting our final semi-final match between MouzMana and Fenix.
Give a big shout out if you like the South American Peru player, Fenix to win.
And there is Fenix spawning in the south position as the blue Terran. He has accumulated so many fans in this tournament. But if you would like MouzMana to win, give a cheer for Mana!
And spawning locations on this map, we have Mana on the left-hand side, the 9 o'clock, as the red Protoss, and Fenix down in the southern area is the blue Terran. Spawning positions on this map are quite good, actually, for both players, because the distances, I mean, they are close by air, so they probably might slightly favor Fenix, actually. But in terms of ground, there's actually a long way to travel all the way to each other's natural.
Now, this might look a little bit goofy to have a pylon back here for Mana, but keep in mind that warp gates do not need to be in any specific location. Ordinarily, you would have barracks clustered at the front of your base, but a lot of Protosses build gateways back here, walling themselves off, making sure that if Hellions do get dropped in the corner, they encounter a big block of structures and can't even access the juicy little probers behind.
Actually, that'd be really smart if he did decide to put that gateway there, and it looks like he is going to do it. Starting to wall off already, as you mentioned. Nice call there, John. Nice call.
Thank you. I'm pretty cool.
And the barracks has been put down. I'm trying to think of what to say. And the barracks has been put down, I guess. And I'm probably going to guess the refinery is going to go down. Oh, man, I'm so
look
good.
At you.
God, I'm such a Terran player. You see that? I called that.
Chess Grandmasters might think 12 move ahead, but Diapollo thinks 13 food ahead. Knew that refinery was coming out right on time. There is the probe from Mana sneaking into the north position on the map, seeing nothing there. In the meantime, another pylon going out, doing a little bit more spotting, and there is the beginning of a nice solid wall off at the back.
I'm going to take a guess, Day 9. I think the Cybernetics core is going to come next.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be correct, because I'm not a Protoss player. That's what I think is going to happen.
Well, he's getting close to 150 minerals, and...
Oh, wait. Yes!
Oh, there it is. Cybernetics core going down. Meanwhile, in Camp Fenix, we do see the tech lab is going down immediately. Did he even get any Marines? No. Actually favoring getting that tech lab before anything at all. Fenix loves producing Marauders very, very fast, even favoring getting a fast second refinery, just so he can rush the stim upgrade and then push with Marauders very quickly.
And a lot of Protoss players have to be super careful about that. I mean, when you do... I thought that was a bunker, then I'm like, why are you building a bunker, dude? No, the Marauder out. Is the upgrade coming out for the shells, though? Not yet. Hasn't started. Probably going to go for the factory next. The refinery has finished now. 3 in there. And here it comes. He's got to deny it. Don't let him see the factory. Oh! That's going to be pretty bad. Kills that off. Now the factory should go down. Even though he kind of suspects the factory comes down, you can't guarantee that.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is very nice play by Fenix, the way he jostled that Marauder to block the probe. And, of course, look at this nice wall off by Mana. I do think that there's a little bit of a space there that could be a big danger. We'll need to close that off soon. Either way, 2 geysers out now for Mana. There is the Warp Gate upgrade going down as well. There's a Stalker coming out. Both players doing their own unique style. And I think Fenix has just found so much success with this Blue Flame Hellion drop. Occasionally gets the easy win, and even if it doesn't, we've seen how he exploits those tactics.
Well, he has seen the complete... Well, this wall off here, he did see it. I'm sure it might change his decision. And there it completes the wall off with the robotics facility. That's very fast, actually. Obviously doesn't want to lose to any Starport Banshee builds, but here we go. The factory has been put down. Will it be a Hellion to come out?
Looks like, you know, while we're waiting for that factory to do its thing, I mean, I really dislike this bunker placement. I mean, this doesn't really serve too much purpose. Having it up here on the high ground is so much more effective. I think that's a big blunder by Fenix to just haphazardly throw that down. And it looks like, is there even a supply depot being made? Yes, indeed there is. But Fenix forgetting to make the Hellion. I'm very confused. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Actually, instead favoring to go get that starport for some sort of Banshee play.
It will be Banshee play. He could do Raven play, but I don't think that is going to be the case. It will be a Banshee, but Mana is well prepared for this. Has an Observer being out now. The Stalker is in position. Is it a Banshee? Yes, it is a Banshee. And it's not looking too good for Fenix. This build is so good when you can surprise your opponent. Cloak is being researched now as well, but Mana is extremely prepared for this, and this is going to give him quite a nice lead going into the later stages.
And there, the Zealots and Sentries, a little bit of a surprise. You'd ordinarily see a few more Stalkers. There's the money scan by Fenix, but did he end up seeing that robotics facility? Yes, he did, so he knows exactly what Mana is up to. It looks like it's going to be the very standard 2-gateway fast robo expand. You have 2 gateways worth of units to defend against rushes, and of course the very fast observer, not just for detection, but also so that way you can see exactly what your opponent is up to.
And he sees the Banshee. He's going to see it pop out right now. There it is, pops out, and he does see it. And there is another observer being made, and that's what really this build forces you to do, to spend a lot of gas on these observers. It is in position. This Banshee not going to be able to do any damage at all. It is going to go around, probably snipe this probe on the Xel'Naga Tower. Moves the probe out of position, but he will move around and see the nexus of his opponent.
Fenix, again, being very meticulous with picking off every little unit out on the map. Now, the one vulnerability of this expansion is not so much the Nexus as it is these 2 Sentries and Zealots. Those could be picked off very easily as well. More Banshees coming up. And the thing to note, Banshees, even if you do have the observers out, still force very awkward positioning.
The third observer is being made. The Banshee chased out, not doing anything, and he's invested in another Banshee as well. And I don't know if this play's working out too well for him. He has got the command center almost finished, but the Nexus is basically completed now. We'll be wanting to transfer some probes. Here we go with the transfer. Another gateway being added down too.
We do see that this observer, is it in sight range of this Banshee? No, it is not. We do see Mana trying to do everything to pick off that one single Banshee. Mana now adding on more and more gateways. There's the very fast robotics facility coming down. Great play in this situation, as he's seen his opponent just has these 2 structures really making units, the Marines also for defense, so there's no attack from Fenix coming up anytime soon.
Well, here he comes in with a Banshee Day 9. Will he be able to get a couple of probes? I don't know. Does he get one? He gets
like
1 and 2. Does he get the third?
And it
no,
looks
he's
like
not going to get
he's
the
in the
third.
main as well. He's trying to dash back around. The Expo one does have 6 kills. Again, Mana, who invests so much in the observers, still doesn't pick off this Banshee or that one. Fenix getting out for free on both sides.